Live right now?
Yeah, we live now.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Got
Yeah,
my stuff.
yeah. So check this out. You remember a video that I did uh last year talking about if your woman doesn't submit to you, she's not your woman. You remember that video?
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that video.
Yeah, I got a lot of people didn't like that video.
Man, I got a lot. We can chop that up. I got a lot of things to say about that.
A lot of people didn't like that video. I think a lot of people uh maybe they didn't understand where I was coming from when I said that. Yeah, or
Mm.
maybe they just didn't like it. I don't know. Or
I
maybe,
feel oh, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. What you thought about that video?
So the way I took that video is you sort of have to look at it with both concepts. If you're just looking at the title, women don't why women don't submit to men. You know what I mean? You're gonna go crazy thinking about that. But I look at it in both ways, in the way reality is, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I put a little spin on that. I say, you know what I mean? Women only submit to men that they respect. You know what I mean? If a woman doesn't respect you, you know what I mean, you can't expect her to submit to you. And a lot of dudes nowadays, they're not worth submitting to. And I think that people just have trouble really facing the hard facts. You know what I mean? So I think you were right on with that sharp game. I just think a lot of people don't like to hear the cold hearted truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, these women will go to the job, church, go hang out with the friends. They'll go to the parents' house. They'll go to everybody. They'll take everybody else's word without even questioning it. But when it comes to your word, it's like she can't do that. It's like
Hmm.
that's
I
why
hear.
I said the whole concept is if assuming that you're a guy that I don't know that's worthy of submitting to, you know, and if
Exactly.
she still doesn't submit to you, she ain't your woman. You
Mm.
know, that was the whole idea.
Definitely. Hmm. And the thing is too about the way society is too is on the other side of it, a lot of women, from what I see, being on the scene and whatnot, a lot of women are in competition with men. You know what I mean? They're in competition, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, they want to be in charge, which, you know what I mean, that is not submissive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you need to, the minute I walk in the door, take my shoes off and, have dinner. I'm not saying all that. But as far as like submitting, as far as, what I'm saying, when it comes to the man, listening to what he has to say, taking it in and things like that, I feel like that's sort of, it's real hard to find these days, John.
Uh, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. I think certain environments it is. I would say that because the reason why I say that because you know what, uh, if you travel across this country, every place you go is different. I mean, you can drive 2 hours away from where you at. It's totally different. 2 to 4 hours away. So it really depends. I think if you go to the West Coast, complete like a different world out there. So
Mm,
the way women interact with guys is going to be totally different from being on the East Coast. It's like
that's true.
so that's the thing. That's one of the pros about living here in the USA. Is you know, if you don't like where you're living at, if you don't like the state that you're in, you can go to another state. It's completely different. Different
True.
laws, different rules. The people look different. They dress different. They act different. They talk different. Everything. But if you
It's
go
true.
to some of these other countries, no, the same rules apply everywhere.
Hmm.
So, and then so the thing that a lot of people have to realize is the environment influences how people act and behave. So
Exactly.
a lot of that has to do with how people function, and you know, and just on an individual level, a woman might be stressed. She might be popping pills. You just don't know. She might be sick. You just don't know.
That's that's true. And you know, you was right on with it depends really where you are, because if you look at a lot of the women that come from these different countries, the way that how they are with their husband or significant other, and then you could take someone that's from here and compare it, and you'll see the definition of submissive right there alone of itself. A lot of the time.
Yeah, a lot of women that come from other countries, man. Oh boy. It's just I don't really see them. A lot of guys think that a lot of women from other countries are better than women that live here in America. I just don't. I never seen it like that. I never looked at it like that. That hasn't been my experience. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I've learned. A lot of other women from other cultures, other countries, they know how to hide shit. That's what it is. They know how to hide some shit, right? And then when it comes out, that's when the chaos starts.
I hear you. I hear you.
So it's like you kind of have to wait that out. You kind of have to watch them, give it time. That's why it takes time to get to know people, But I'm telling you, man, other women from these other countries, they're not that understanding either. And that's like, no.
Yeah. I've taught the girls from different countries and things like that. And to me it just the grass isn't greener on the other side, but the grass sometimes is not as high over there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It seems like they just.
It's different. It's a different experience, but that don't mean it's better.
True. True.
Now you might have a good time over there. You might have a good time, and more likely you will have a good time. But long term, and another thing I don't like is they have like a high expectation of you and me. But when it comes to the other guys and their community or whatever, it's like they don't gotta do all that shit. So I'm like, that's a double standard.
That's true.
I don't like that. I gotta do 10x the amount of work to be with you. You gotta do not even half of that. What's that about?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I hear you. I definitely hear you with that.
I had a conversation with a lot of these women from. So I'm like, if I gotta do all that, I'll just stick with the women in America. I don't want to work like that.
Yeah, they do expect a lot.
Yeah. So I'm like, at the time, I'm like, if I can deliver on all that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I hear you with that. I hear you with that. But you know what I mean? I feel like you're a well-traveled man, Shark Game. You know what I'm saying? I have not traveled nearly as much as you have, not nearly at all. So like I think it also, like you said, it really depends on how much you've seen and really like experienced. You know what I mean? So you've been around, you've experienced a lot. Me myself, you know what I'm saying? I haven't experienced you know, the traveling and whatnot. So what I've taken from that, you know what I'm saying, might be a little bit different. But I definitely hear what you're saying, as far as that though. But yeah, I sort of see why I'm seeing it as in like, yeah, you know, women from, you know, other countries and stuff, you know, they more you know, more submissive and things like that. But you know, at the end of the day, I haven't been with them long term, so.
Yeah, I mean, they can be, but is it real? Is it just an act?
True, true.
Because there's like a disconnect. It's like a lack of empathy there too when it comes to a lot of these other women. It's like as long as things is going well, there's no problem. But as soon as a problem comes up, or maybe things aren't going as well as she would like, now that's where the problem's going to come in at. You know, because there's a disconnect. There's a lack of empathy there. You know, it's like they're the way they've been socialized is kind of like they're like fucking robots. Serious, I'm not being funny. I'm serious. It's like the programming is strong in these other countries, man. I'm telling you. Propaganda is strong over here. Oh man, people. Let me tell you something. People in these other countries, they don't even challenge authority. No second guessing, no nothing. You know, they don't even question anything. It's like if that's how it is, okay, I have to do it. Just like that. They don't question anything until they come to America. All of a sudden, I'm gonna sue. I'm like, what?
What? That's true though. That's true though, because they come over in their countries. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Like, you know, what is said goes. Especially the male in the household. Whatever he says goes. The minute they come over here, it's like, what? You're not telling me what to do. You can't do this no more.
Yeah, this is why a lot of guys abuse their wives when they come over here with them. Because, you know, they'll get over here and get all brand new when they get a job and get new friends and everything. And these guys beat the hell out of these women.
Yep.
You know, because where they from, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Whole different economics over there, man, in different countries. You know what I mean? Totally different.
Exactly.
Totally.
But I mean, give it time, man. You travel and you see exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, definitely.
You see what I'm talking about, man.
No, I hear you, definitely. And well, I was gonna ask you something too about the submitting. Let me ask you something, Shot Game. Do you feel like the older the woman, the harder it is for her to submit?
Well, it can be because they have baggage. You know, they have no telling what women, older woman been through. No telling what type of experience she's had. So, but mostly I would say no, especially if she got kids, because an older woman know that she's happy to be in your presence. I mean, any older woman with just a little bit of common sense, if she got 2-3 kids, she know, especially if you coming in with no kid, she know he really don't have to be here with me, because you know it's a lot of other women out here with no kids that's probably younger, look better. So she ain't a woman, an older woman with just a little bit of common sense ain't gonna try to give you a hard time. Or if that's the case, she just won't bother. She just won't be bothered with you at all.
You know? Yeah, that's true.
But you do have some older women that's crazy. That they think the older they get, their stock value goes up. So they feel like they supposed to meet some high value guy, some guy that's making 6 figures with a nice job and all this. Are you crazy?
Nah,
You know, it don't make no sense.
yeah. What I found with some of the older women that I've dealt with in my past, I find that like, they so set in their ways, especially if they've been by themselves for a while, it's real hard to break it. So it's like they want to change, you know what I'm saying? But they're just so set in their ways. And once a woman, is past 30, it's real hard for them. They real set in their ways. They don't really want to like change too much, and then they get older and
That's
sort
the
of.
baggage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking. That's the baggage I'm talking about.
Mm.
That's the baggage. Like when you get past, I'm gonna say when you get past the age of 32, most women, boy, that's when they get start acting. A lot of these women start acting a little loony. A lot of them want to get married, and especially when they hit 40s. Oh boy, when they hit 40s, they start running through guys. A lot of them, because they feel like hey, they on the clock, and a lot of them when they hit 40s, if they don't got no kids yet, you can forget about it. But for good 90% of them, because a lot of these women are sick. They're sick, man. They get popping some type of antidepressants or high blood pressure, cervix cancer. They probably had it and got rid of it, or all kind of sickness. They don't tell you this. They're not going to tell you this shit though.
Oh no, never.
They'll let you and tell you like, tell you stay over at their house or tell you go to the bathroom and you look in the cabinet, you be like, whoa, pills galore.
It looked like CVS pharmacy in there. Man.
Yeah, it's like a pharmacy up in there.
No, I definitely hear that. That's why they say a lot of people say get a younger girl and you know what I'm saying. And get her to be submissive to you. Teach her, put her on some game, as you would say, put her on some game and teach her the right way. That's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, bro. I like at my age, right? I'm like what? I'm about to be 44 next month, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's some 25-year-olds out here, 25, 28. 30-year-olds out here that I just run across them when I'm out and about.
Yep.
They're down. I'm serious.
Hey,
it's no.
I believe it.
Yeah, they're down. It's not like they're not trying to give me a hard time. Not at all. And a lot of these girls, they're on Instagram. So they down. It's like, they not on any of that craziness that a lot of these like women in the 30s are on. A lot of these women in the 30s, man, they got so much baggage and ran across so many dudes. Yep. A lot of them got ran through their mind too. When they done been around, like laid down with so many guys.
Exactly. So, their mindset's a little bit different too, Sharp Game, because at the end of the day, they know, like you said, their time is clock is ticking. A young fresh girl, she knows like she's got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't really gotten to experience life. You know what I mean? When you at the end of the trail, end of the road,
they
you going. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of these women know that. They know they ain't worth a nickel anyway. They know it deep down. They know they ain't really worth. They know ain't nobody gonna really wipe them up. A lot of them just run through guys and try to get as much as they can get out of them. Sad but true. Really.
No, it's definitely true. I would rather just get a young girl to put her on some game. You know what I'm saying? The best is like coming out of college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like educated girl, something like that. You put them on some game. You can turn her into being submissive into a good girl. But I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like because once you in your mid 30s and things like that, I mean, putting on the game's over. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like take me as I am, and you know what I mean. That's sort of it. So
Yeah. So a lot of the young girls that come fresh out of college, they want to do some shit. They ain't trying to be like, I don't know, maybe their mama or maybe some of these women that they grew up around. They ain't trying to hit on that craziness that was passed down. You know what I'm saying?
no, sir.
I mean, like, and plus a lot of that you know the way that their parents grew up or the way that I grew up, a lot of that shit ain't working the way it used to for everybody. It's not. Sometimes some people have to take a different path. So
Yeah.
a lot of these other girls, they don't want to be no housewife. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that shit.
Nah.
They don't do that
shit. and you know what else? You know what else we're leaving out though, Shargain, too, as far as you know, women being submissive too, that has to do with something as well. It's also the family structure. Like you said, the way you was brought up. A lot of women I find that, you know, were in that had a mother and a father in the picture, they're more likely to be more submissive because they're also having a male figure in their life growing up as well, rather than a single mother raising them. Those I find those a lot of the times those type of girls, they're not set on the track of being submissive. You know, I'm not saying they can't, but they're just not really on the right track.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, if that makes a whole lot of difference. You know, because I mean, you only know what you know when you're growing up. And to you, and even to me, that was normal. What we saw growing up as kids. So, you know, until we experience something different outside, okay. But you know, the first relationship a woman has is with her dad.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't know, you can really when you first start to talk to a girl and meet her and you meet the family, you can tell a lot right off by how her mother acts. You know what I'm saying? If her mother's acting all ratchet and cussing and yelling and twerking, that's who her daughter's gonna be. So, or if her daughter's yelling at her mom and stuff like that, that's how she is. She's gonna be yelling at them.
Yeah, she's gonna be giving you hell. Yeah, you know they say that the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Oh, exactly, my brother. Exactly.
So, you know, it's like if the mom is acting all crazy, I mean, the daughter ain't gonna be too far from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of them. Now, every once in a while, you know, if she has, say, 2 or 3 daughters, one of them might catch on and be like, you know what, I don't want to be like my mom. I want to be better than my mom.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, that happens sometimes, but it don't happen. But most of the time, they all imitate and model the mom.
Exactly. That's how you know, at the at a younger time in my life, you know what I mean. I refer to it as when I was a young simp, but you know, and I was just catering to a bad chick. You know, there were signs that I saw that I should have at that point I should have just disengaged. I should have open door policy. Let her go.
Yeah.
The way she interacted with her mom, all that yelling and screaming and stuff like that, like that's not, that should have went a red flag in my mind. Like, yo, this is how she's gonna act. You know what I mean? You think she's gonna be submissive to you? She's not even submissive to her own mother. So
exactly.
Really got.
I mean, yeah, I used to take things like that for granted. You know, I used to see it. I'd be like, she ain't gonna do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't work like that. You know, unless she's afraid of you.
That's true.
Or unless, you know, that's about the only reason. You know, unless she thinks you gonna do something to her.
Yeah.
But other than that, and you know what? I think every woman should have a little fear in them of you. Because and the reason why I say this, because she probably will try anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Shargan, the thing is about that exactly is like a lot of guys, like I feel like there's more than just, you know, one definition of submitting. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how a lot of guys feel like if they can, you know, get with a girl, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying, she submitted to him, he won. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's not just about the physical, it's about the mental too. She might have submitted physically, but she didn't submit mentally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, well, you can go about it two ways. You can go about it sexually and get through her mind, or you can go through her mind first to get through. You can go about it two ways. So it really depends. That usually depends on the woman.
Like when I say that though, Sharp Game, when I say that, what I'm saying to you is like this. Okay, so a guy can meet a girl, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, talk that talk, you know, got a good mouthpiece like us, right? And then you know, get with the girl, you know what I'm saying, and you know, thinking he's the man, he got with the girl, you know, now you know what I'm saying, like that's his girl, whatever. But at the end of the day, she submitted physically, but mentally she didn't submit. She don't respect him. You know what I'm saying?
But check this out. If you hit that thing right,
I knew you was gonna say that too.
I'm telling you. It's gonna vary from woman to woman though. It's gonna vary. Let's just take a girl that's broken. Let's take a girl that's broken.
All right.
You know, a girl that's just lost, you know, and let's say you meet her, you're just getting to know her, and you find out that she's all over the fucking place. You know, she's like, you know, this broken, no direction. But let's say you care about her. I met a few women that were like this, but I let them go. I ain't got time. But I know some guys that have stuck with these women. But now you can make them submit to you, but boy, you're gonna have to beat that thing, boy, like it's the last time. I'm talking like consistent. This is like consistent. This is like every week. But when y'all do something, boy, you're gonna have to bring the thunder. It can happen.
All right, I see.
It's gonna take a lot of time because it's not gonna be an overnight thing because it didn't take overnight for her to become the person that she is. You know what I'm saying? Because if she's broken, it took a long time for her to become broken.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna take a long time. All that, you know, all the garbage and the trash and all the baggage out of her.
Nah, definitely.
Take a long time, brother. But
definitely,
I never had time for all that. So I'm like, you know, I can't do it. But I know a few guys that have met women that were broken, that, you know, they've been ran through, and maybe they had a tragic experience, maybe they've been molested or something like that, or maybe they had family problems or something like that. And the dude said, "Hey, man, I knew she had a potential. She just needed somebody with a little bit direction." Woman, and she just he just reprogrammed her mentally. He built her up, man. But the sex is very important when it comes to that, though.
Definitely.
That's gonna take a lot of energy from the guy. But a lot of guys don't have enough energy for that.
Yeah, some guys in and out.
They don't. That's gonna take. That's gonna take a long time to like build a woman up that's been basically told that she's dirt for years and years. Been ran through. Maybe she got molested or had some tragic experience. And let's just say you're 23 and she's 21. You ain't gonna be able to do it. You don't have a guy like that at 23. You don't have enough life experience.
No, exactly.
You know, to deal with a woman like that. But a guy that's like a little older, say she's 24, let's say she's 24, and the guy is 32. Now he might be able to handle somebody like that.
Yeah.
But you have to care about her, and you have to have the right intentions. Because if you don't have the right intentions, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. She's just gonna take advantage of you.
No, definitely. And I think you know, you said it right. Most guys would not have the mind capacity to be able to deal with something like that. You know, that's why like you can't really help people until you've already went through things. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, a woman like that she's really looking for guidance. You know what I'm saying? She's looking for comfort. She's looking for advice. And I mean, if you haven't went through things in life, if you at the same spot she's at, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna help her? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna? You know. So I definitely hear what you're saying with that. That's a very good point.
This is why a lot of guys, if they've been, maybe they got married to a woman or in a long-term relationship with a woman, and this is why a lot of guys lose women when they sleep with other guys. He had sex with, he was the bomb. That happens.
Hey.
And that's sex, man. See, sex can be used in a good way and a bad way. Sex can be used as a weapon.
Yeah, you're right. I've had a lot of girls tell me like, "Oh, you know, my boyfriend or my husband, he's a real good guy. He works, you know, works 40 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Takes care of the kids and all this other stuff. But the sex, I don't know if I can deal with it, Aaron. I'm just looking at him like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. Yeah. Big part.
Sex is very important to women. Way more than guys. Yeah, I didn't know this when I was in my 20s, man. I didn't realize it because, you know, women can't really talk like that in this society. It can't really talk like that. They can't really express themselves because they get called names.
Exactly.
I mean the average guy probably can't take that his woman wants to get in a certain position.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing.
Even if she said, "Hey, I want to do something that's out of the ordinary," a lot of guys won't be able to take that. They'll be like, "What? I ain't into that."
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so this is what in society makes it hard on women. Be who they are in their true nature, so to speak.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely true. Definitely true. So I hear that. And like I said, even going back to what I was saying too, in the beginning when we was talking when I was saying the other aspect of it too, looking at both aspects of it, you know, um, a lot of guys they wonder why women aren't submissive to them. Why I had a lot of my boys like wondering why is she talking to me like that in front of my boys, like why is she being disrespectful you know. But at the end of the day, you also have to look at the guy too. If she's paying all your bills, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got no car, and she's picking you up from work and she tells what I'm saying, you driving, and she tells you like, yo, nah, we going here. It's like, nah, I want to go, you know what I mean, like little things like that. Like I always feel like as a man you always need to have the upper hand. Like you the man. If your girl's paying your bills and things like that, and then you're wondering why she's not being submissive, I think
Well, yeah, that's another thing. The money is power to women. So if they're if a woman's making more money than you, or if she's paying all the bills, there's a good chance she's going to disrespect you, or she's going to try it. And if she tries to disrespect you and you don't check her on it, that's your fault.
yeah.
Because money is that's their power. It's weird, but I don't. That's their power, really.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these women, they'll catch hell on these jobs. They work the hell out of these jobs, and they catch hell. They get harassed every week, every other day. They never complain about it. And most of them, if you think about it, most women never complain about being harassed on jobs, but it happens all the time.
Definitely does.
Because they want to make that money.
Mm-hmm.
They can pay their bills, go shopping, and pay their car note.
And get their hair done.
Get their hair done. Go to the mall. Silly stuff, basically. Stuff that there's no value, really.
No. Exactly. Here today and gone tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that's why this economy works because of women. It stays afloat because of women.
That's because everything geared towards women. All the marketing, everything, it's all,
Exactly. That's why they never go in on women on television. If you notice that, they like never say anything bad about them. Really. The women barely go to jail. They don't have to take responsibility for anything. If a woman does a crime, and it has to be really, really bad for them to go to jail. But if it's a little petty crime like domestic abuse, they're gonna laugh at that. They're like, "What? You're or DUI? They'll do community service. That's it." They're like, "Oh, come on." yeah. So
if it's a guy, you're going for the long ride.
Oh yeah, you be up in there for months. Then you be paying every month.
Yep.
Court fees, lawyer fees, because in this economy, you probably heard me say this before. Women get exploited, and guys. So I said guys got to keep paying. So guys are the tricks, and women are the hoes.
Yep.
So that's how it is in this country. Guys got to keep paying money. Doesn't matter what it is. They just got to keep paying.
Pay to play, baby. Pay to play.
Yep. Guys are the tricks, women are the hoes. So you got to always ask yourself, who's the biggest pimp?
All right. Who's pimping who?
Exactly. But a lot of people, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't see it that way. They think that, it's like, this is the way it's supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. But
I feel like that's because I I think a lot of people just go with things, Shark Game, just to go with them. You know what I mean? Just that sort of one track sort of mindset thing, because you know what
Yeah,
I mean. That wouldn't be the case if people didn't think like that.
yeah. I did the same thing, but it didn't work. It didn't work. I did the same thing. I think everybody does that. They try and try and try, and some people either learn better quicker, or then you got some people just keep doing the same thing over and over until they get
Yep.
old and they give up.
Yeah.
But I just it was just something when I was I think I was about 19 at the time. And I was like, there's something going on out here. Something ain't right out here, man. I mean, it's like everything they say to do. I mean, I'm just listening to people around me. Everything I tried, everything they told me to do, most of it didn't work. I mean, like simple stuff, just socially, it don't work. It didn't work for me. So I'm like, I gotta find something that do work. I mean, the job thing wasn't working. I mean, I'm like, you know, how much money? I can't survive on just on this amount of money. I can't even pay rent. I mean, I can't even get a
Right.
car. I mean, how am I supposed to get around on this? Then, just socially, I mean, the people were, a lot of people I grew up with back home, they were cool. But once I left home and when I was out and about, I'm like, a lot of people scam us out here. How am I supposed to deal with people like this? Because it's like, when I never had to really worry about people that would take advantage of me back home, or people that would, just try to manipulate me. I didn't have to worry about that until I left home. So I'm like, how do I deal with people like this?
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people, Shark Game. You know what I'm saying? They leave the comfort
Yeah,
of the home, you know what I'm saying, when they first move out, or wherever they're going, and they realize they get that sharp reality of life, man, that most people they're trying to get what they can out of you, you know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing. So, that's why I take to heart, when you said the don't expect anything from anybody, you know what I'm saying?
no,
You're gonna set yourself up for failure, so
no. I mean, if people do you a favor or they look out, I'm always grateful, but I don't expect them to do anything. I mean, I don't expect them. I mean, if I do something for somebody because I feel like it, I don't expect them to get me back a couple days later, a couple months later. No, that's like manipulation.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, if they do reciprocate in some type of way, that's cool. But I don't. I don't expect them to do it. A lot of people are like that. They expect people to reciprocate at some point in time. But I don't. I don't do that. I mean, if that's the case, I just won't do anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And some people are so good at manipulating you. I mean, by the time you realize it, they came and gone. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
that happens. It's like I give you an example. There's a there's a, a dude that I met. Well, it was a male and female. I met on YouTube, like this was years ago,
Mm.
right? They came to
Yep.
the area where I live, and we hung out together, and they stayed with us. Like, like, yeah, not like twice, right? But
Yep.
I think they looked at it like they were just using us. I think that's how they looked at it, right? But I'm like, you know, okay, I don't care, but if you see it that way, that's fine. But I didn't need anything from them. That's the thing. I didn't need. I didn't need anything from them. I didn't need them to do shit
Right.
because what they were doing online, I was doing much better than them because they don't
Mm.
really know what to do. What I do.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, if they think, it's cool.
Wow. That's how people
Yeah,
are, though, man. That's you say you let them stay with you, right?
yeah. Yeah, this
See.
happened twice. This happened here. This happened in North Carolina and it happened here in Georgia, where I live at.
Wow.
But it's like, I mean, they didn't really. They just needed a place to stay, basically. They could have got a hotel, but I said, hey, you stay with me. Fuck it. It's all
Right.
good. But a lot of people like that, they kind of like, once I got to know them, I like, they kind of like freeloaders, really. It's kind of like they're always looking for the hookup. It's
Mm.
kind of they're always looking for the hookup or whatever. They got this they put on a persona, kind of
Okay, I got you.
that type. Yeah, they kind of put on a persona. One of them tried to do. They tried to treat me like a fan. Yeah, I'm serious. They tried to treat me like a YouTube fan, man.
Uh,
I'm like, nah, I ain't into that,
yeah, get out of here with all that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, no,
but
that definitely is weird.
but it's a lot. I've met a lot of people on YouTube, 10 years, and most of these people that I met, it was like socially awkward. They act totally different. Yeah, when you
Mm.
meet them, they're like, a lot of them are like scared, like they nervous. You can tell it's like a awkwardness. When you meet a lot of these people in person, and a lot of celebrities are like this too.
Oh yeah.
Singers, they like this too. You meet them in
They're
person, you
not
be
behind the
like,
camera no more. It's reality.
really?
I said they're not behind the camera
Huh?
anymore. You know what I mean? It's reality. I mean,
Yeah, a
anyone,
lot
you
of
know.
these people. Yeah, a lot of these people are not fun to be around. Not at all.
Mm.
They're
That's true.
nervous. A lot of them are nervous. A lot of them are like socially awkward. A lot of them are antisocial. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird, man.
And Shark Game, you know what I find too? Like, not everybody, but like a lot of people that like you meet, they can't really even hold a conversation. To be honest with you, maybe after a couple minutes, you know what I mean. That's really it. You know what I mean. Most people can't keep a
Yeah,
conversation going. That's one thing I noticed
yeah.
about.
That's why I think a lot of them drink and get high. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Uh,
you know, they can mellow out, and then they'll loosen them up. Then they'll be able to talk a little bit. Yeah.
mm,
So a lot of these people are not fun to be around, man. They're not. Like a lot of I met a lot of rappers when I was young, in my 20s.
oh,
I
okay.
met like Nas. Now Nas is cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Nas,
how was not. Yeah,
Nas is cool. Nas, Mobb Deep.
Mob Deep.
Uh, yeah, Biggie.
Oh,
Uh,
and you met Biggie. All right.
yeah. See, I met Nas and Mobb Deep when they were on the come up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
were. That's when they were on the come up. It wasn't that big at all.
Mm.
It's like I met Mobb Deep when they came out with the single "Shook Ones."
Yeah.
That was
Mm-hmm.
like 20 years ago, over 20 years ago.
Man.
So I met
Yeah. Not.
K Michelle. Now K Michelle is shit. Like K
Um,
Michelle, it was kind of awkward with her.
I could see
It
that.
was kind of awkward. Yeah, it was kind of awkward. It's kind of like she was still learning that,
Mhm.
like, to interact with people. I could tell, you know. But let me tell you who else. Let me tell you who's cool as hell though.
Who?
Lala Anthony. Lala Anthony.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He's cool as hell. What you see is what you get.
Wow.
That's pretty much. That's pretty much how she is. If you how you see her act on television, that's pretty much how she is in person.
See, that's what's up though. That's definitely what's up.
That's why I don't get autographs and from celebrities no more. Because once I found out how bored they was, I'm like,
Yeah,
you know, they're just regular people, really. Really.
exactly. It's nothing special, man.
And
Nothing special.
a lot of them they didn't want to be famous. They're like, nah, they said they just wanted to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Make money. That's basically it. But they said, you know what, just being a celebrity comes with the territory or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jay and everything, but one of my one of my boys' friends or whatever, he said he met him. Jay wasn't down with it. He wasn't. He just wanted to keep it moving.
Oh yeah. I heard about him. I heard he's not very approachable.
Nah, not him.
No, he's not.
50 Cent,
He,
none of them. I heard a couple of them. They not really. P Diddy, no.
yeah, they say if Jay don't know you, he don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Who? Uh.
Kanye, he crazy.
Oh, Kanye, he crazy as cat shit. I don't even think you want to approach him.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to approach him.
He crazy as cat shit.
College dropout Kanye. I'll approach him, but after the Kardashians got a hold of him, it was goodbye.
Now, see, check this out. Now, Kanye, he submitted Kim Kardashian.
Facts.
He
True.
submitted. And you want to know why he submitted?
Why's that?
She got the bag and he submitted. And this happens a lot. A lot of guys do this. As a matter of fact, my cousin, he did this a couple months ago. He met this chick. I think she's she got, but he keeps talking about how much money she got.
Mm.
And that's all he talks about. And he said they're supposed to be getting married and everything. And he keeps talking about how she's a rare breed. I didn't ask what that means. No, you sound like you submitted, bro. I'm like,
you tell him that? Or you like, well, where's she bringing?
I don't know. All I know is he said she got a house and she got a good paying job. That's it. She ain't got never been married, and she's like 40 something. So I said, oh no. And check this out. So I asked her, like, yo, how come she never got married? He's like, nah, because she wanted to focus on her career. I'm like, what? You believe that? I didn't question him though. I was like, what? You believe that?
Come on, 41, never married, no kids. Come on.
Well, you know what that means? That means she got she got 100% failure rate when it comes to relationships. She failed on all her relationships. So you really believe that some woman put off of being in a long-term relationship and having kids on making money? Do guys fall for this?
Some guys do. Not us, but some guys definitely do. I mean, that I'm like Shark Game. I told you, red flags to me alone of itself. Like if you're at that age, 39, 38 years old. Oh, you don't have any kids. You've never been married. Oh, you haven't been in a relationship in 4 or 5 years. Like, I mean, that to me, like, I can't just overlook all that and be like, oh, but you got a lot of money and you got a nice car. It's like, I don't know, man. Some guys, they just, she's probably a bad chick too. That's what it is. Because a lot of guys, they simp out for the bad chicks too. That's another thing.
She all right.
She's all right.
Hey. In the 40s, it don't even matter, really.
That's true.
Yeah. Guys will get with women like this, and they think they got something more. But maybe a lot of these women ran through, man. A lot of these women have a lot of experience.
Oh, yeah.
In the 40s. There ain't no virgin. There.
Oh, of course not. And let a younger guy get them too. Shark Game. Younger guy, they think like they won the lottery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bragging rights. He like, I got this older chick, man. It's like a win. It's really the perfect match. He got bragging rights, and she can get off.
Hey.
It's really a perfect situation when you got an older woman and a young guy coming in. Because she know that she ain't gonna be with this dude long term. She already know that. She already know this thing is just about sex.
Exactly.
So she's taking advantage of the young dude, and he got bragging rights. He feel good about himself. He's like, yeah, boy, I got me one, boy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You're definitely right with that. Boy, it's
crazy.
A lot of guys out here settling Shark Game. A lot of guys just settling for less, really. That's what it is overall. It's and I think it's I feel like it's the mindset of a lot of guys out here, and just that most guys just aren't driven. And when you don't have a lot of ambitions and goals in life, you sort of you'll accept anything that sort of walks in. You know what I'm saying?
Even the guys that have ambition, they get caught up doing that sometimes, because a lot of those guys think that they gotta have stuff to get with chicks. They be thinking, I got the house, I got the car, I got the clothes. I can buy a couple bottles. I go on vacation, I'll take trips. So they have a little cash, and they be like, get no girl.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's going on? She got with that other dude over there, and he didn't do half of what you done. All he did is just called her up, invite her over, he smashed, and that's it.
Yep. And most guys, they do. They'll be working and everything else, throwing money at it and everything else. But just remember, all that money you throwing, just know another dude's hitting that for nothing. Just like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't got to do all that stuff. You're doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Really. It was a guy, man. It was a guy that left me a comment yesterday. He asked, what this fool asked something like,
I probably read it.
You probably did. He asked something like, how do you date women? Yeah, that's what it was. And I was like, you don't look to date women. You don't. You let them think like that. Your focus should be on making as much money as possible, focus on your career, focus on your goals and ambitions. You shouldn't be even thinking about, hey, I want to date this girl. What? You shouldn't even be thinking like that.
But that's the priority, Sharp Game. That's the priorities of most dudes. You see what I'm saying? They're not focused on the paper. They don't realize that once they win in life, you know what I'm saying? Everything else, like you said, will fall into place. You're gonna win by default. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys don't think like that, or they wouldn't even be asking questions like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we get caught up. I mean, as soon as we get out of high school, we get caught up in that matrix. It's kind of like you got to look a certain way. We got to go to college. You know, we got to, you know, that we can, and get the car, the clothes, and the girls. They should like me because I got a nice car or whatever. And that don't work for most. Might don't work for most guys.
No, it doesn't.
Even if it does work for some guys, that's cool. But the majority of guys ain't gonna have to do that because that's the same thing that happened to me. Because when I went to college, I was hanging around the football players and basketball players, and these guys didn't have to do nothing. The girls just show up, they smash and go and left just like that. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there on the couch just watching.
Right.
I mean, it was like a revolving door, bro. I said, damn, these dudes, they got it going on. Then dudes don't even go to class, bro. It's like, I swear, I was taking a trigonometry class, and I'm in there struggling at the time.
Right.
Help and everything. And this one guy, he was a football player. I swear, 3 times. That's it. And 3 times in 3 months. Wow. That's it, bro. That's it. The coach came in there one time and told the professor something. I don't know what they was talking about. And that's the last time I seen him.
Wow.
And that's the last time I seen him in class. I've seen him outside at the parties, at the dome. It's like the women were coming in like crazy. I never seen no shit like that before until I went to college. And I was like, yo, I'm going about this shit. Hey, that's when I realized that the world doesn't work the way they tell us on television and the way people that we know tell us. Things don't work that way.
No.
At all. It's like how things happen on this planet. It just doesn't work in the way that we think.
No. That's why you gotta be yourself.
Huh?
I think that's why you gotta be yourself. You know what I mean?
That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nobody can beat you at.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, nobody can beat you at being yourself. Really, but it's just a lot of guys get caught up into that, man, because we think that some stuff. But on the dude, just build yourself up. That's really it.
Yeah.
Women will flock to you by default.
Yep, and have a good mouth too. Be able to talk to women, man. That's the number one. That's one of the number one things. So you don't need none of all that money, all that jewelry, nothing. If you can just sit there and have a conversation with the girl and keep it going and flowing and whatnot.
Well, here's the deal. The more status you have, and the more money you have, you can do less talking. But
that's true.
But if your money ain't right, of higher status, you're going to have to talk more.
True.
That's what it is. So it really depends on the guy. But I tell you what, if you got the money and the status and the mouthpiece, oh, you're good. You
But
know?
what happens? What happens? Okay, I hear you. But what happens? Like, okay, so you got the money and you got the status, right? And then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. The girl, you pulling up in a nice car, stat with all the money. You get the girls. You know what I'm saying. But eventually, because at the end of the day, you know when that money starts to go down and things, you know that status isn't what it used to be. You gonna come back and come talk to a real dude. You know what I mean? Like, so I hear what you. I feel like you with the status and the money, you win for short time because at the end of the day, if someone's
Well,
just there for the money and the status, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
that's only gonna last. Hmm?
status never changed. I'll give you an example.
All right.
I'll give you an example. When I was in the Navy, right?
Yep.
And I have to talk a lot when I was in the Navy. Very little talking was going on. Like when we got off that ship, when we pulled into any port, I don't care what country it was. When we got off that ship, the women were there.
Ah,
They were waiting.
man.
And it's nothing that I said made them wait. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't whatever was going on didn't have anything to do with me. It was what behind me that they wanted to be a part of,
All right.
which
That
was the
makes
Navy.
yes. That I
You
got.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that type of status, that ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. You know, like Bank of America ain't going nowhere. The military ain't going nowhere. Like a celebrity, well, then you might lose that shit.
Yeah.
that
That's
that
that's
that
what I was
that might
referring
not
to.
last long. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, when it comes to that be here today and sitting 12 months later be gone. You
Right.
might have to, if you're a celebrity, you might have to reinvent yourself.
No.
So yeah, I feel you on that. But if you're like attached to like a big institution, oh that ain't going nowhere. I mean, some of these countries you go to, man, and you tell them you're a rep of Wells Fargo or Bank of America, shit, they roll out the red carpet for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
Or if you're a Caucasian guy, they roll out the red carpet. If you go to some place like China, Japan, I mean, you can be a working class white guy working a 9 to 5. They look at you above status of the guys that's in China, in Japan.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Man,
yeah.
I know. Wow, yo,
Because
Chardonnay. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
because of the caste system in these other countries.
Wow,
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it was like that.
Shit. Hell yeah. In other countries, there's no status quo in these other countries. If
Mm.
you're above status, let's take what's my man name? Mulberry went to China. What's the basketball
Mhm.
player name? What's that
I know
motherfucker name? He
exactly
used
what
to
you're
play
talking
for the
about
Knicks.
too.
Huh?
I said
What's his name?
I know who you're talking about too.
Yeah, he went to China. He got a visa. He's living it up over there because I think, well, yeah. He went to play basketball over there for a couple of years, and after he retired over there, I'm not sure if he retired or not over there or what, but I know he played a couple of years over there after he got out of the NBA,
mm.
and they gave him a visa in China. He's up over there living it up, and
Wow.
they gave him the visa because he makes the city money.
Yeah. Maoing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he got access to anything he want over there. Women, clothes, and most of the time he don't got to pay for nothing. That's how it is if you're above status. Really.
That's
You
crazy how it.
Yeah, it's like that in these other countries. That's why people like Michael Jackson, he moved to Bahrain, at one point.
Hmm.
If you're above status, you can do that. But if you're like a regular guy, regular Joe, no. You gotta go, you gotta put in paperwork, and then you still might get rejected.
Right? Not even a guarantee. Not even a guarantee. Oh
That's how
man.
it is. So in these other countries, the darker shaded people, they look at them like, they're how do they say that shit? They look at the darker shaded people kind of like
Yeah, look down
you're
upon.
you're prone to being mistreated.
Now
That's
you say
why
you're gonna get that kind of status. Caucasian man will get that kind of status in China, right? So what kind of status, does a black man get over there in China and Japan? The same, like you said, just look down upon.
in China, if you go to China and if you don't know anybody, you're gonna get treated badly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're gonna get treated badly. If you don't know anybody, I'm telling you, it's rough.
Man.
But check this out. Now, if you go to Japan, you might be okay. In Japan, has changed a lot. It used to be much better when I was over there, but it's changed a lot. It's very westernized now. It's more like being in America now. So it's kind of like they're not going to treat you bad though, but you'll have a hard time getting shit done. There's a lot of red tape, and they're not a foreign friendly place. Even though they got, if you go to Tokyo, they got places. You go to Tokyo, that's kind of like being in New York. But every place ain't like Tokyo. But if you stay in a smaller town, it's not. You might get stares every once in a while. You have to know the right people in Japan. It really, if you don't know the right people in Japan, it could be tough. Yeah. You're gonna have a hard time getting shit done.
I never really had the urge, to be honest with you, to go to like China, Japan. Like I wanted to go to like Brazil or something like that. Like I don't know what it was, but now I heard like, right now is not a great time to be going to Brazil.
Why not?
They said that there's a lot of crime, like the crime wave and stuff is really bad right now. Someone told me that like a year ago, like it was really out of control or something like that, like a year ago.
Man, it's like that everywhere.
Well, true. But I don't know. Someone was telling me about that. But regardless, I still want to go. But I just heard it was sort of crazy.
It's like that everywhere. I mean, they probably put it like this: the crime ain't no better or worse than here.
Yeah. Really?
I mean, if you go to Japan, it's like, man, they got crime, but you ain't gonna see it. And plus, they're not gonna bother you anyway. You're a foreigner to them.
Yeah.
So the only way, if you get into any type of altercation with anybody in Japan, that person gonna be a foreigner. It ain't gonna be Japanese unless you, I don't know, got some type of dealing with him or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, you pretty much good to go. But I mean, as far as being in South America and North America is very similar.
Same sort of thing.
They built the same. So it's more land down there, but it ain't no different, really. It's like going to Mexico. I went to Mexico, it's like, okay, this is like being in America. Cancun, Mexico City. I mean, it's like being in America, basically. I mean, it's crime. It's crime there. It's crime in America. Too. Crime where I came from. So I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah.
Well, you got some common sense. Just don't be walking around in an alley by yourself at night.
Have you been to Brazil, Shark Game?
No.
You haven't been? Oh.
As far as I went down in that direction is Mexico. That's the furthest I've ever been.
Oh, okay. Brazil's got some beautiful women, man, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I met somebody from Brazil when I was in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was a beautiful girl too. Yeah, they're pretty cool, but you know they don't get visas very often. They don't know. They don't get them
No,
girls on visas. No. So if you
nah.
see a girl, no, if you meet a girl from Brazil, just know that ain't no telling what she done to come over here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she sold some dope, something. Yeah, I'm telling you, they don't get them girls on visas. They don't. You know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many people be wanting to come over here. You know, from Brazil, but I'm just telling you, the average woman ain't getting no visa.
Yeah.
You know, no. They have to get married to somebody over here, something like that. But something made some deal with somebody.
Yeah, I
But
guess
I'm
so.
telling you, you
Exactly.
know. But yeah, I think that's gonna be like my next vacation
Yeah.
on my bucket list. Yeah, I want to go to uh not Rio. It's a it's another spot somebody was telling me about. You know, yeah, it's a Rio's too tourist like.
Tourist. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, people told me
I,
that. You know, I know. I met a couple people that live down there. Like this is like years ago. They look like there, or they got a job down there, and they just stayed, never left.
wow. I don't know. I've been wanting to go to Brazil for like a long time, man, and I think I think either at the end of this year or next year I'm gonna do it, man, because I definitely wanted to go down there. Um. So.
Yeah, yeah. They saw dudes were telling me,
Huh?
dude, I mean, if you go down there, you here, you never look at women the same again.
I believe it. I believe it, Shark Game. I believe it.
Yeah,
Or probably come
yeah,
back
dudes
here
told
just
me.
like, oh, oh man.
Yeah, yeah, because like I think women down there. I don't know the numbers, but
A lot. I heard, man. All beautiful
all
women down there.
shades, all different shades, everything. You
I'm
know.
telling you, Shark Game, they're not gonna let you leave, man. The minute they see an American, that's it. They won't want the ring. They're gonna be holding on to you while you're trying to get on the plane.
Yeah. You know what? I would like to go down there, man, and hook up with some girls and make some power moves, business moves, man. That's what I would like to do. You know,
Word.
because they speak Portuguese. I don't speak the language. So
Mm.
that's a problem. I don't understand the language at all.
Yeah,
I would have.
they
But
say it's good to know Portuguese though when you go down there and stuff. Good, at least to understand, like have an understanding or know someone that knows it.
yeah. But reach out with some of them girls that's on
Yeah,
Instagram and Facebook. If I could reach out with some of those girls and get in contact with them and have somebody show me around, uh, maybe we can do some shit together, make some money together. You know,
that's what I'm talking about, man.
that's what I wanted to do this year. I wanted to like kind of expand, like interview other people, like males and females, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, because like I think I'm pretty much done what I can do by myself.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Like, Like, are you still gonna do the videos? Like, you know how that's how I was gonna say. Like, you do it yourself. Like, drop the video like that. Are you trying to sort of like move past that? Like, you don't really want to just keep doing drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing like out and about. That's cool. But I'm trying to get away from just answering questions all the time. I mean, I did that for like, yeah, almost a year now, I would say.
Yeah,
So,
a little more. Almost.
so yeah, I just want to like get like a different perspective from like other people, you know.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
why.
I know that. Plus, I know that maybe I could cross promote with other women, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good that you have that mind, that you know what I'm saying, you're starting to change the mindset a little bit. I mean, even just letting me come on these times and doing it like this, like I think it's cool because you get to see two different people's, ideas, like you just said, you know what I'm saying, to agree on things, maybe to disagree on some others, like, so you know what I mean, people can take two different interpretations of everything, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think you should keep doing that, you know what I'm saying, like interviewing people. I told you I'm always wanting to come on the show, you just you just got to get people that are down with the movement, I'm not gonna waste your
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I met a lady the other day. She's a here
Okay.
in the local area where I live at. Kids and adults. So she has her own private practice now. So I know she need more exposure because she got a private practice.
Mm.
So that's right up her alley,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
But I went to a meetup. I met her at a meetup. Like this is
Okay.
like ago, you know. That's my first time going to a meetup. It was at this a donut bar. You know,
Okay.
it's like donuts. They don't sell no alcohol, just donuts.
Yeah.
Really. But I tell you what, it's the best donut I ever had in my life. And I'm not a donut fan,
Right.
but it's better than Krispy Kreme. I was really surprised. I really was.
Oh,
This lady said, donut you ever had. I was like, really? She's like, you see.
right.
And now check this out. The lady, she was Jamaican.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She was
Ah,
Jamaican.
okay.
She and she's a designer. Now
She has
this
like
lady,
clothing.
yeah,
Yeah, they do a lot
she's the
of.
best. I think she's probably the best I've ever seen, bro.
Wow.
I'm telling you, she make boots, leather boots from scratch.
I
Scratch.
believe it. Yep.
And
Boots.
she make scratch. And then she make wedding dresses. That's like her specialty, wedding dresses. Leather boots and shoes. Yeah, that's about it. But
Mm.
her design just like, I'm like, how the hell did you learn
How
how
did
to
you come
do
up with that?
this? I'm telling you, that's how nice it looked, man. I never met
Yeah,
anybody like in person that was like good like that.
that's
So
crazy. I think
yeah.
you're on the right
So
track,
I think I'm
Sharpman. I said you're on the right track with this though, man. I like how you're trying to branch out a little bit more, trying to really, push the push the brand, push your image, trying to really get it out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try to I mean, if she has time, because I know she got a store probably a couple miles from me. She need a website done too, so I think I'm gonna help her with her website if she wants me to. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Because where her website she got is pretty. It's awful.
Oh yeah.
It really is. But
you could fix
that. But she's on Instagram. I don't remember what it is, what the handle is. But she used Instagram to she do little short 2-minute videos of how she create designs and for boots and wedding dresses and everything. And a lot of people follow her on there. So I'm like, hey man, keep doing it.
Yeah. You got to keep doing that. Shuggan, were you like, I'm just talking like, since we just talk like future wise, were you thinking like what would be like the next sort of step you were thinking about doing, or you really haven't thought that far, like doing another book or just like, expanding this, like doing a more interview?
Yeah, I'm doing another book, but I'm debating on what it should be about. I was thinking about doing a book on manhood or doing a book for women. So I don't know. Not sure yet.
So that's what your toss up is. Okay. I feel you. Yeah, because I think, I mean, that was when I saw you had wrote the 2 books, and the audio. Well, actually, I don't. It's on audio too, right? Book and audio.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, when you had the books and everything. Now, my thing is too. Anyway, I don't have no time for no. I'd rather just read a book, man. Like, all that. I don't know. I never was really into listening to the.
Some people like audio.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'd rather just read a book.
Yeah, majority of the time, yeah, I'm like that too. The majority of the time. Excuse me. Sometimes, I might be on the go, so I'll listen to it in my car. But it just really depends on the person. Some people like audio better.
Yeah.
Books. I prefer books most of the time. That's just me though. Then you got some people. Some people like digital books. They like ebooks. As a matter of fact, I think I sold more ebooks than paperback books.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I sold more ebooks than paperback. Yeah, because that's instant download. You don't gotta wait for shipping, and that's people want it fast.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now I can see that. Yeah, no one wants to wait for anything nowadays. They need it right here and now. They don't want it at all. So.
I didn't downloaded the ebooks online first before I went to paperback.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I only went to paperback because somebody asked for it. Yeah, somebody asked for it. And I was like, oh, okay. If you want it,
Yeah.
There you go. And plus, somebody helped me out with it. I didn't really know how to do it in the beginning. I didn't know where to go or what service to use, any of that stuff.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, because the first book, that was more of like a test run, just to see what type of response I would get. Really. I didn't know if I would sell one copy, to be honest.
Wow.
this thing might bomb. I might.
It,
I mean, people might buy it and say it's trash. That's what that stuff was going through my mind. I was like, yo, people might not like this. You know, I mean, I like it, but it might be trash to anybody else. You know, I mean, nobody said that, but you know, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking in the beginning. You know?
nice. So that's how you did it with the books, and then what you dropped the merchandise, the hoodies, the shirts, all that. Like, so just you just sort of floated out like that, right?
Yeah, I did. I put that up last year. Probably like what? About 8 months ago. Probably like
Nice.
yeah. No, probably say about 6 months ago. About 6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it on right
Right.
now.
That shark game.
Yeah. Yeah. I put that out about 6 months ago. And somebody gave me an idea to do
I'm
that.
gonna have to get the hoodie, man. It's cold up here. I'll have to go get me a hoodie. I need me a hoodie. I'll get the black one, man.
I think it's cold. I think it's cold everywhere.
Man, Shark Game, you know it's cold up here, Shark Game. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like way cold up there. Colder up there. No doubt about it. You know? But yeah, you
Mm,
know, it's like a lot of this stuff, man, you have to really just test everything out. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. Really. But that's why I started the other channel, the Day Job Bailout Plan. You know?
mm,
Because like and a lot of that stuff on that channel, and oh, by the way, you can subscribe over there if you hate a replay, you know, anybody. But yeah, a lot of this information that I give over there, it's more valuable than on this channel.
mm.
It really is, man. A lot of people don't realize it. You know, of course, I don't give everything away, you know, because you can't give everybody just not ready for everything.
Nah, you got to give him a little taste.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot of information I give over there, man, are the same stuff that I didn't know when I first got started, like 10 years ago. Um, yeah, man, I tell people all I want is 1,000 subscribers over there. That's all I want is 1,000.
1,000.
That's it. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll be happy with that.
Y'all hear that? We need 1,000. Shark Game needs 1,000 subscribers over there.
The Day Job Bailout Plan.
And don't
And
be
I talk
afraid to
about,
check out Patreon either. Don't be afraid to check it out.
yeah, my Patreon, you know, patreon.com/sharp game. And I talk about a lot of uh how to generate traffic to your website over there, how to you know, how to open a bank account, you know,
Mm.
as a corporation, how to start a corporation, all that stuff over there, man. I talk about a lot of. I got like almost 100 videos over there, and
Mm.
I even tell people where they should find jobs at. You know, all that stuff, man. You know, really, it's a little bit of everything for everybody over there. You know, if
Yeah.
you want to build a website, create a website. If you want to advertise and promote your website, how to get a job, how to earn money online, I give all that shit away. And a lot of people, I think, either they take it for granted or just don't want to hear it. I don't know. But, you know,
I
I don't
think
get a lot of views over there.
you know what it is, Sharp Game. I think it's because yeah, you should push that a little more heavy. I think the other website, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, they're just used to you on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when you tell them, you know, hey, I got the, you know, the other channel there, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not really like, all right, he's gonna talk about the same thing on this channel that he's talking about on that channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like most people just, you know, expect you on this. They're too lazy, or they just, you know what I mean? They figure they're gonna get the same content either way. So
You couldn't be right.
you know,
Maybe I don't promote it enough. You couldn't be right about that.
You say it every once in a while, Shark Game. You know, I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you straight, man. You definitely, you got a solid plan. You know what I'm saying? You got loyal subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying? Loyal, you know, people that listen to you, like myself, take your advice. You know, appreciate, you know, everything you're doing and whatnot. So, and you know, whatever, you know, chapter or level you're trying to take it to, you know, you got people that are behind you, Shark Game. So, you know, no matter what, brother, you, man.
Yeah, I do my best. You know, I do my best.
That's all
You
you
know,
can do.
a lot of people have been asking me, do I know these other guys online? You know, I don't know anybody else. I really don't. Because you know, people ask me if I know what's the guy name?
They got the new.
Solo 84 and
O'Shea,
oh yeah, O'Shea.
Yeah, Minister.
People
Mhm.
O'Shea and what's the guy? Mr. Macaulay. What's his name? Start with an L. What's his name?
I don't even. Minister Jeff.
No. I don't know. And what's the? I know Ron Wells.
Wrong. Okay.
I heard of Ron Wells. I heard of Ron Wells like years ago.
Yeah.
He's an older guy. He's an older guy. He's
Oh,
about
all right.
50. He got to be 50 something by now. Yeah.
I
I
don't know
seen
if I.
him. No, you probably never heard of him. He's an older
No.
guy. He's like 50 something. I saw him. What the hell? I seen him at a conference just years ago
Yeah.
in North Carolina. I didn't know who he was though. I didn't know who he was.
Mm.
Yeah, this is before I came online. This is before. This is before YouTube.
Oh
This is
wow.
before Google. Yeah. This is in early 2000, 2001, something like that. Yeah. And what's the other guy? Man. And you know, I seen Tariq Nasheed like just like same, you know, early 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was though. You know, I didn't know who he was. A lot of these people I saw like in Crossing, you know, at the time. This is before I wrote anything. You know, before I wrote a book or I came online. You know, I was
Oh
just
wow.
like I was trying to figure out what I was gonna get into at the time. I was
Right.
trying to figure out my path, really. So this is before I even had a computer.
Wow. You've
Yeah,
been
this is
doing
before
this
I
for a
even had a
while,
computer.
man. Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah, I didn't even have an email address. Well, wait a minute. Now. I had a Yahoo address. Yeah, I had a Yahoo address.
Oh
This has
man.
been this is like 2000, 2001. Like when I was driving back and forth Charlotte to Jacksonville, Florida, uh, Atlanta. I was
Wow.
going back and forth like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like, I mean, it wasn't like it was today. Today, it's a lot of people out here doing like what I'm doing. There's a lot of people out here today. But back then, there was only a select few people. You know,
Yeah.
you couldn't, back in it, you could, in order to self publish a book back then, up front,
Mm.
you actually had to pay up front.
Wow.
Distributor to like to distribute your book. You had to pay at least $1,000 up front for a certain amount of copies.
Wow. Really?
And yeah, and people would had all the copies of books in their house. It's all stacked up. at their house, and people were paid $2,000-3,000 up front before they sold one copy. That's how you had to do it back then. There wasn't no print on demand or view on demand. What that shit didn't exist back in the day. You gotta think it wasn't when Amazon came in. That's when they changed the game. When Amazon came, Amazon and Netflix, and it was just other company that came out. I think the guy from Shark Tank. He started a streaming company. What's the name? What's the white dude? Shit. On Dallas Mavericks, the basketball team.
Oh, that oh my goodness. Hold on.
Yeah, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
I know you.
He had I think he still got the company today. It's a streaming company. I think he was like, I don't know if he was the first, but he was one of the first people that started it. And then these other companies came about for like people working people at home. They were using it for big businesses back in the day, live streaming. And the people in the porn business, they've been using it. That's streaming for like porn, that's old technology for them.
Yeah.
They've been doing all that. Yeah. It's kind of weird. By the time these services offer their services, the people in the porn business, they've been using it. Like years ago. It's like old technology to them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's old to them, new to us.
Yeah. And it's like if you see somebody come out with some new website or some new software, they get most of them ideas from the dudes that do porn. They got porn websites.
Yeah, because they've been doing it.
Yeah. They done made, billions. They made $1 billion last year from porn, man. From most of them came from live streaming. Wow. And on demand video.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I started to get in that business, but that's too much work. Oh my God.
You said forget it.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much work it takes. You gotta, you gotta shoot the video, and you gotta do scenes, editing between the scenes. Then you got to pay the girls, and you gotta pay that money up front. So I'm like, I can't even. That's a lot of money to pay up front.
Yeah.
And some of them girls, their prices is different.
Oh yeah.
Some girls say, hey, just pay me $300. I do it. Some girls say $500. Some girls say $1,000.
they top notch.
Yeah,
I've been doing this for years, baby.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm like, I can't afford to be paying $1,000 up front. And plus, I didn't really know how to promote porn websites. I know how to do it now, but I'm saying like 10 years ago, I didn't know how to go about doing it. Confused about the whole business.
Yeah.
Of porn. And plus, you can't, it's only certain channels that you can promote it from, and it's not like wide open like Google or Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I just I left that alone.
You can make a lot of money, but you're gonna put a lot of money into it at first, and then if it ends up failing, is that all money you can just say, all right, well,
You're better off I mean, I'm not gonna ever get into it, but if you're gonna get into porn, you're better off investing,
Yeah.
like having a partnership with somebody and
So.
let them do all the work. But that's a hard business, bro. You know. That's
Yeah.
why you see a lot of these guys. They tape their wife in the video.
Yep.
Yeah. They tape because you ain't got to pay your wife.
Right.
So they be like, hey, and a lot of these guys, they have open relationships with their wives.
Yep.
So they sit back and be like, okay, she want to have sex with other dudes, so how can I capitalize off this? And that's how it starts with a lot of these guys, just like that.
Yep. You're doing it for the family, baby.
Yeah. They're basically pimping their wife out. A lot of these dudes do that online. I'm like, okay,
Hey,
whatever works for you, I guess.
Hey, some people with it. Okay.
A lot of these dudes, a lot of them have told me that it was a wife idea. As far as sleeping with other guys, but it was their idea when it came to recording.
It's their idea when they came to make money off of it.
Exactly.
For her, it was fun. For them, you turned it into money.
Yeah, exactly. So that a lot of this shit goes on, man. It's wild, man. A lot of these dudes is wild, man.
Man,
but but you know what? I've never talked to a lot of these guys. How much money they generate? I'm kind of thinking it's a lot. I'm kind of thinking, but I just never met any of these guys like in person.
Yeah.
Business and porn, how much money they make with their websites or whatever. Because some of these people are just like people, 40s, 50s. Yeah, everyday people.
I saw some interviews with some ex porn stars and whatnot, and like they was just like, yeah, I'm done with that. Now, I want to live a regular life and have a regular relationship, but it's just like, man, after all that, like years of just being fucked like that, you think you're just gonna have a normal relationship?
No, if you're a porn star, you can't ever have no regular relationship.
It's done.
No, that ain't gonna work. Now, if you were somebody that's just doing homemade porn, yeah, that's a little different. Because nobody knows you everywhere you go. Now you might have fans, but you ain't international. I mean, people at the church, porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, unless some young kid might see you or whatever, but these women, they don't be online like that looking at porn. I mean, some do, but the majority, no. So you can pretty much live your life, but if you're a porn star and you're getting a lot of press and doing interviews, and you've been out there for a long time, you ain't never gonna have a regular life. You can forget about it.
Yeah, that's the ones I was talking about.
You can't. You're in the Playboy store. Your video.
They on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. And you plus, you had sex with all these guys, and then you're gonna try to get married with somebody, and you probably wore out. I'm like,
true.
I met a porn star in Japan.
Did you?
Yeah. No, she was a porn. I didn't know she was a porn star. Wow. This is what she said when I met her. Right. Well, first off, you know how you see somebody in passing in a club? You just see them all the time. Every time you see them, hey, what's up, or whatever.
Yeah.
And in this one particular time, what happened is we knew some of the same people, and we're in the same circles.
Right.
And this one particular night, I was like, I think I was just sitting down, just thinking about some shit. And I was like, oh, that's that girl. Okay, I see her here all the time. So I got up. I said, you know what? If she come back over here, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna ask to go home with her just to see what she say.
Right.
Yeah, right. So I asked her to go home with her. She's like, yeah. I said, oh shit. So I'm like, I was expecting her to say no.
Right.
Yeah, I just done some crazy shit just to see what she would say. I said, yeah, so and I realized that she's a pretty cool chick, you know. But this is what happened. I asked her, hey, what do you do for a living? She said she worked for a production company. She worked for just a regular production company. I wasn't even thinking porn, right?
Right.
Until she started taking out all them toys. I said, oh boy, what the hell?
He was like, hold on.
Yeah. And then the next day, and I was like, hey, what are you doing again? She's like, I work for a production company. I said, what kind of production company? She's like, I do porn. I said, oh man, y'all come in and tell me that in the beginning, man.
Right. Looks like you shot yourself a little motion picture, Shark Game.
I hope not. Man, one of them hidden cameras in there.
Oh man.
Yeah. But she turned out to be she was pretty cool. I kept in contact with her for a couple of months after I got out. But I realized that I wasn't going back to Japan no time soon, so I just stopped keeping in touch with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I met some mysterious people, man, in my life. At times where I least expect. Really.
That's how it goes, though. You always meet the most interesting, or even sometimes really weird people at the most random times in your life, and then you're just like, how the hell did I meet you? How do we meet? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I meet a lot of people, man. Crazy. It's crazy how things happen, man. You know.
Yeah, it is. It most definitely is.
It really is. But you just never know who you're talking to.
Hey, I hear it.
You never know who you're talking to, man. Shit. But man, it's been real, man.
Hey, like I always say, Shark Game, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Whenever our times link up, you always know I'm always down to jump on the show and chop it up with you. Appreciate your time, brother.
Cool.
Most def, man. All right, man. It was good talking to you, Shark Game.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace, bro.
So there you have it. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Go buy my book, Love Can't Wait. Or check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. I'm out. Peace.